Okay, guys, so we got a load down the street at Peterbilt, just like I did once before, like a deja vu. But we got a load of these moving pods here that are going up to Chicago. So I was kind of glad we got a Chicago run. I do want to show Chicago. I don't think we're going to get quite into Chicago as far as I was wanting, but it's going to get us there. So um, I may do a video after that in the pickup truck, uh, checking out the town a little bit. So in the meantime, let's get this road going. Or this load. I changed the time to morning so that way we can enjoy the daylight a little bit. No, you're not supposed to, but I usually swing out and then I go through this inside gate hole. Seems like I get a better angle when I do that with the spread axle. That's just a personal preference thingy. As you see, I still got traffic turned on, a little thicker here. There are traffic mods I can get that changes traffic density based upon the time of the day, you're in a rural area, things like that.
Turn right.
Wait on this light because those cars, oh, they are turning. All right,
Turn
cool.
right.
We're gonna do a California stop here. Good enough for me. Yeah, we'll get to ride all the way up I-55 up to towards Chicago. Like I said, we're delivering, I think we're delivering on the outskirts of town, so we won't make it quite there, but we may get the pickup truck and go a little further into town and check it out a little bit. The good thing is it's mostly an interstate ride. It gives my leg and foot a break. I don't mean to complain about that, but it's just, it's not really painful, but it's just a nuisance. That makes sense. I'm sure most of you guys at least have smashed your thumb one time with a hammer and it aches for several days, but it's not like a torrential pain it was when you first hit it with the hammer. And usually you chunk the hammer afterwards or hit something real hard with the hammer because it ticked you off, but it's part of life.
Keep left.
It's just kind of one of those things that I deal with. Hope that it gets better over time. And we could have took the 70 over to 57. In real life, it's not a huge difference in time and mileage. It is a little bit, but nothing crazy. Sometimes it's just better to take a different route, either to see something different or to avoid some traffic.
Keep left.
Still trying to get my throat to calm down, but it's still raspy and like I need it cleared a lot. I don't know what it is tonight. Maybe it was that greasy cheeseburger me and mom had for dinner. She's already popped by my room once while I was recording one of the other videos and had a big bag of popcorn in her hand, wanting if I wanted popcorn. I'm like, no, I'm recording. Oh. I don't mind her coming in here and hanging out and chit-chatting, but I don't want her just coming in here and start talking about bills or banks or anything like that, Keep a lot of that stuff private, She's not used to me recording all the time, so I'm actually looking at buying on Amazon. I ran across, they make I'm sure you guys are familiar with the do not disturb signs, more primarily seen at like hotels. Well, they make some that say do not disturb live stream and recording, I actually have one that says, please do not disturb, pooping in progress, you know, funny ones like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to get one of those. Of course, they come in like a pair, but I can either hang on the door or hang off my microphone where she can see it and she'll know not to interrupt or, it's not really interrupting, but, you know, coming there and saying something that she doesn't want to say when I'm recording or streaming. So yeah. Well, I guess I could dig out some of my old stories from back in the day of trucking. Been through Chicago many times in real life. Um, More so after I got into doing the RV transport thing. That mirror. So here's the thing I'm noticing, that right mirror. Hold on, I'll get back to that story. If I move my camera, see how it just popped right back where it belongs. That's what I was talking about earlier in the other videos. But anyhow, yeah, I remember going to Chicago. I remember going through Chicago one time, going up to Wisconsin from Texas. It was just the way that the load I was delivering going into Wisconsin, then I had to go over and pick up a load. Just kind of worked out. But so yeah, Chicago, to put it nicely, Chicago traffic can be a royal pain in the rear end. I didn't need to go this way. I'm sure people have heard me mention the Dan Ryan Freeway. Of course, I kept screwing up the name on it a couple times. I don't know why I was drawing a blank when I go to say the name. But anyhow, the Dan Ryan can be a complete cluster during the daytime hours. Now, if you go through in the middle of the night, and that's what I try to do with RV transport, was go through at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But starting at about 7 in the morning and pretty much all day until around 8 or so at night, and that was not even including if they had a game of any kind. Traffic would be flowing decent, and then it would be flying, and then it would just stop in a heartbeat. And I know there's other areas in the US that does that notoriously. I know Los Angeles and New York City, they always rank in the top 5 as far as the worst bottlenecks and traffic is concerned. But yeah, Chicago, it's on that list. I think if it ain't in the top 5, it's definitely in the top 10. Dallas Fort Worth would be another one. Dallas more primarily, but Houston's got its own problems. San Antonio's not horrible, but the I-35 corridor from San Antonio pretty much up to Dallas Fort Worth can be bad at times. It's 3 lanes each direction, sometimes 4, and it can be bottleneck even out in the sticks like this. You'd be riding along and all of a sudden you slow down to 45 and then you speed back up to 65. It's just back and forth. So, but I always thought Chicago was a pretty neat city. I do enjoy looking at the skyline of these big cities where they got the tall buildings and stuff, and you know, it does make for a real pretty view. But other than that, I've been through Chicago multiple times. The good thing is that as far as I can remember, I've never actually delivered in Chicago, at least in downtown. So in downtown, on here, there's some delivery spots over there. There's the underground warehouse, which is kind of like the Terrace store, the undergrounds that you see over in Missouri, but it's a little different. Actually, it's a little confusing. I kind of got lost in the darn thing. Let's see. Got to keep left up here. Is this a
Keep left.
2-lane exit or not?
Turn left.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. I think we're good.
Turn left.
But I've never really done much deliveries in Chicago, but I knew it enough to know where the traffic spots were. Now, to avoid the traffic in Chicago, you can take the tollway. It's Interstate 294. Now, I'm a cheap guy. I don't like to spend money if I don't have to. So I typically stay away from as many toll roads as possible, which means going through the heart of Chicago, where all the traffic is just a royal pain in the you-know-what. So it's just kind of one of those things. Sorry, car, I didn't mean to get over on your lane a little. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. I ran through Chicago
Left.
a bunch for 2 weeks, going up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. I worked for a company. We did a lot of what we call power only, which, if you want to think of power only, this game actually emulates power only, where you're going and you pick up a trailer at a customer and take it to another customer, you know, and there's obviously a broker or something involved in the middle that's, coordinating all the efforts. And that's a power only load. You supply just the truck, no trailer. I did that a lot for him, and we hauled a lot of brand new stuff, brand new uh, trailers, stacks of trailers. There's a place over here, a few hours from here, in Enterprise, Alabama. We used to pick up flatbeds stacked. It would be usually a total of 3 flatbeds, the one on the ground that I'm pulling, and I would have to strap the other 2 onto the one I'm pulling, and I would haul that. It was legal height, no permits required, none of that red tape garbage. So it was pretty easy. The low bed trailers, or the RGN as we call them, removable gooseneck. I used to haul stacks of those. Would haul 3, well, 1 on the ground and 2 stacked on top of it, chained down. I used to pick those up in central Alabama, not really northern to me. Used to do a lot of work for a company called Hale Trailer Brake and Wheel. It's not spelled like the Down Under Hell, HALE. And they were a big rental company. They rented trailers for the most part. They didn't really have any trucks they rented, but I think they rented yard trucks at one time. I don't know if they still do. So that was a lot of used equipment that I moved for them guys. Used to haul brand new refrigerated trailers out of Virginia. But anyways, getting back on track to Chicago and going through it a bunch, over in Wabash, Indiana, which should be one of the next states coming up here next year, I would think, or so. But over in I would pick up at Wabash, which is located in, I think that's Lafayette, Indiana. I have to Google that to be for sure. Been a while. But they built brand new just regular enclosed trailers, just regular dry vans. And I used to haul those to various places. The ones I took up to Green Bay, Wisconsin was for a company called Snyder here in the US. I held some custom built size trailers for a company down in what was their terminal in Georgia, but they were based out of Jacksonville, Florida. I used to haul trailers for them. We did a lot of brand new stuff, and I did a lot of oversize as well. I was doing a lot of power generators that were ran with jet engines. So basically the same engine that is put in a big windmill tower. So the big 3-blade windmills you see from the interstates. Used to haul a lot of stuff for them guys. So yeah, I went through Chicago, go up one day, come back down the next day. I mean, I could make the trip legally in 2 days if it wasn't for the traffic. But by the time I got down to pick up or back up to deliver, they were usually closed. So I had to wait till morning to get signatures and get out of there. Actually did that run enough in one of the weeks that they had a sheriff's department pull me over, said they'd seen me going back empty. They noticed me with no trailer on. They thought it was suspicious, so they ran a drug dog around my truck and stuff. They thought that I was, hauling drugs and doing it in a bobtail truck for some weird reason. And basically, he wrote me a written warning for not using my turn signal, because that was his initial real excuse, but it wasn't that. My turn signal worked, and I knew I used it, so it's just one of those little ruse they do. Not all cops, but at times. Yeah, just some interesting times, just going through Chicago. Like I said, I never really delivered in Chicago. If I did, it was mostly on the outskirts of town, because I don't really remember it that much, if that makes sense. Pass me, car. Get on. Get going. That right there would be a tip for you guys. Never hang out beside an 18-wheeler. Ever. I don't care what your reason for it, just never do it. Um, Number one, you get into our blind spots, we can't see you. For example, um, if I look over here to my right, I do have that little window down the door. This truck has it. But if you're beside the tire there, I don't know you're there. So if I decided all of a sudden that, oh, I need to be in this right lane, or I just want to move over, I don't know you're there. I'm fixing to take you off the highway. So it's pretty dangerous. Whoa, slow down, slow down. We gotta get this next exit. Speaking of being right in the lane, come on, butt up there. You passed me earlier. Yeah, we gotta take this exit here.
Keep right.
Yeah, never be beside a truck.
Exit right.
Another reason too, and I actually seen this, in the event that a truck or its trailer has a blowout, if you're beside the truck,
Right.
your car is going to get sharded with, you know, bits of rubber, and
Keep left.
it could be fatal. It could be really bad.
Turn left.
And I actually have seen where a
Turn left.
gear. Go well on this light. But I was cruising down the highway one time, and this was actually out in like Arizona or New Mexico in the desert. It was in the middle of the summer. It was hot, and I was behind a semi truck, and it was a car cruising beside the semi truck. And the reason they were cruising there was because dead summer, it put them in the shade. I guess maybe the car didn't have AC or good AC or something. Who knows? And well, the truck had a blowout. The casing of the tire, part of it, went through their windshield and landed basically in the back seat of their car. And whether or not those people actually got really hurt that bad, I don't have a clue. I did stop, but when it happened, there was a cop that just happened to be right there, and he told me to get gone. So I just said okay, and I got gone. And I know I hit that guardrail. I didn't get damage. So I mean, ooh, red light. So yeah, don't ever be beside a truck, because I mean it can be bad. Now I'll also tell you this too, but big truck had the steer blowout, which would be one of the front tires. Whichever tire he blows, that's the direction that truck's gonna go. It's just natural. It just way it goes. And so if he blows the left tire, he's gonna instantly go from at least one lane, if not all lanes. Some trucks that blow their left tire will end up all the way out in the median, cross over to the oncoming traffic, which is super dangerous.
Keep right.
So you don't want to be in the path of that if you can help it. So never, ever, ever, ever drive beside a truck, ever.
Turn right.
Truck's going this way too, I guess. I guess. Stopped in the middle of the road.
Turn left.
Security check. Come out of here. I'm going to come out that other road and open up that other side. Truck is following me.
Turn left.
I mean, this is a road. Not used to traffic being in these places. We got to go over there. I know this place well enough. We're going to pass these loading racks here. We'll go around the building. In theory, this is the way you're normally supposed to go anyways. It's kind of like a one-way. This way. Go around the building and we'll back into that spot. Trying to get unlazy on my parking. Like right now, I could actually just hit the button and I could actually park. Tight spot. See how it goes. Steering wheel makes a lot of noise when I'm doing steering like this. Almost one shot that, didn't we? We might be able to get it one shot. Super close enough. Ah, he took it. Cool. All right, let me turn my wheels so I can buttons. Okay, so that is another one in the books, guys. Only made 2,100 on that. It wasn't a great pay and load, but as you can tell, I'm doing okay on money in this one. So, but yeah. Yeah, another delivery done. So hope you guys enjoyed. I may do another video here cruising around Chicago. It may not be tonight, but probably one of the next videos might be we'll cruise around Chicago in the pickup truck. We'll let's see. If I bring a truck over, it'll have to be quick traveled. So let's see. We could probably quick travel into our garage here or that shop. And then just go right up around up here and just open some of this up and then come back down this way, grab some of the pictures and videos along the way. So I'll kind of show you kind of what I do on the side when I'm not doing the actual trucking, when I just want to goof off for a little bit. But, yeah. Uh, anyhow, so that's going to be it, guys. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.